Oma read Mein Kampf, and that's how
Yes.
she...
Well, that was part of it, but Oma was a socialist. So she was aware of fascism in a way that my dad and my grandparents were not.
I mean, part of it in Germany was that people said, I'm a good German. I mean, when the Nuremberg laws came out in 1936, for example, one of the things in the Nuremberg laws was that if you had a son who died fighting for the Kaiser, you were exempt. My grandparents, my dad's parents, lost 2 sons in World War I, so they figured, okay, we're fine, you know. They weren't, as it turned out, but that was part of it. And part of it was, you know, there had been pogroms before, it'll blow over. And part of it was there were some people who didn't have the means to get out. And as
Yes.
Uncle Walter often says, there was a real economic component to it. If you had enough money.
It was a class issue in many, many cases.
Like in 38, 39?
Well, leaving was a class issue because you had to have money. And the reason we got out is because we had this wealthy aunt in Amsterdam who paid for our passage to Ecuador, and in addition gave my parents, I think, something like $7,000, which was a lot of money in those days, to live on. So without that, who knows what we'd be today?
Yeah, and my mom had an uncle who financed our way. And the thing is that by 1938, I mean, the U.S. had very small quotas, and so there were more people who wanted to get out than the U.S. was willing to take.
Exactly.
You know,
That's why we got to Ecuador.
Yeah, that's why we got to Ecuador. Also, there's an interesting book which somebody just gave us, which I just finished reading. It's only about 800 pages, called Tropical Zion. It's the story of Trujillo, and I don't know if you know anything about Trujillo, but he was a dictator. He was not a nice man. And the Dominican Republic it's part of Hispaniola. Half of it is Haiti, the other half is the Dominican Republic. And on the border of the two, Trujillo had just finished slaughtering 15,000 Haitians. And so his reputation in the world was a little bit down. And so in order to rehabilitate himself, at the Evian conference in 1938, when all the Western countries were saying, yeah, you know, we feel bad for the Jews, but not in our country.
But not enough.
Yeah, right. So Trujillo got up and said, I'll take 100,000 Jews into the Dominican Republic, and I'll even donate this wonderful property. And he did. And he turned out to be not more than 6,000, 7,000, but nevertheless. And I mean, he did it partly to rehabilitate himself, partly to embarrass the Western nations.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is he saved all these people. And the book is about life in the Dominican Republic at that colony, if you're interested sometime.